It's the moment the world had hoped for, a complete and total ceasefire in the Middle East. Overnight, the US President Donald Trump announced on social media that hostilities have ceased between Iran and Israel in what he called the 12-day war. Just hours before, explosions had been reported in Tehran and American military bases in Qatar had been attacked by the Iranians. Earlier, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said his country was very, very close to completing its goals. It follows a week of retaliatory attacks between Israel and Iran and, of course, the weekend's US strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities. What happens next, and what would peace even look like? We're joined now, I'm pleased to tell you, by His Excellency, the Iranian ambassador to South Africa, who is Mansour Shakib Mehr on the line. Ambassador, a very good morning to you and welcome to our program. Thank you for your time.
Good morning.
Firstly, I have to ask you about the latest developments. Has your country agreed to a ceasefire?
As you know, the military operation, illegal military operation has started by Zionist regime against our country on 13th of June. And it was an unlawful aggression against our sovereignty and our territorial integrity. They accused that this is a preeminent defense, but it is meaningless, and we had to respond and defend our people, and we take advantage of our rights in this regard based on Article 51 of the United Nations Charter, and we defend our people. We consider that Israel is not alone. Israel provided, US provided all the materials and supply for Israel, and finally involving to target our military and nuclear facilities. We had to respond, and we respond United States operation last night, and now we are entering a ceasefire.
So can you then confirm that Iran has agreed to a ceasefire?
Yes, as our foreign minister tweeted some hours ago, Iran has repeatedly made clear Israel launched war on Iran, not the other way around. As of now, there is no agreement on any ceasefire or cessation of military operation. However, provided that the Israeli regime stops its illegal aggression against the Iranian people no later than 4 a.m. Tehran time, we have no intention to continue our response afterwards. But the final decision on cessation or any ceasefire of our military operation will be made later.
So are the attacks on your country over, because it's now quite a bit after 4 a.m. Tehran time?
Yes, I think it's finished. They stopped their attack against our soil and against our country.
And when will the attacks by your country stop?
With respect, from 4 a.m., we stop any attack against Israel, as I told you, and as our foreign minister declared.
The Americans, ambassador, are boasting that they completely destroyed Iran's capacity to build a nuclear weapon, even if it wanted to. How extensive was the damage at the weekend?
I think it's a big bluff. They cannot destroy science and knowledge and technology in Iran, because it is a domestic knowledge that we have it, and we didn't import it from outside, and it is in the mind of our scientists and our figures, and nobody can destroy it. We have several times declared that the military solution is not a solution for 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 um, for this dispute, and we were on the negotiating table. We start negotiation with United States and have hold 5 rounds, and we have expected to have another round, but it stopped because of the illegal aggression of Zionist regime against Iran.
So, what happens now? I mean, if we're talking about a cessation of hostilities, presumably some kind of negotiation begins again, but your top negotiator was killed by the Israelis even as the discussions were underway then. How do you talk to partners that kill you? Ambassador, are you there?
Yes. Any negotiation should based on our inalienable rights for uranium enrichment. We have declared several times. Our top negotiator is alive.
Ambassador, are you there? I think we're losing the signal. Are you there?
Is our foreign minister. They've been assassinated, but Israel any problem for continuation of negotiation. But at the first step, they should prove their goodwill. And we don't have any trust on them because we were.
The signal is really not helping us. We're losing the connection, Ambassador. The line keeps cutting. I'm going to ask you to try again. Start again. We lost Ambassador. Hold on. We lost you for a bit. We lost you. We lost the connection. Can you start again, please?
Yes. I want to emphasize that we are ready to negotiate with United States and Europe and the other.
All right. So we are on a Zoom call, so that usually works a lot better than the telephone. But I think we've got the gist there of what the South African, or at least the Iranian ambassador to South Africa, His Excellency Mansour Shakib Mehr there. We're talking, of course, about the latest developments overnight. A ceasefire has been agreed to. He says there is no written document at the moment, but in principle, an agreement has been reached as of 4 a.m. Tehran time this morning. There are to be no more attacks either on Iran or by Iran. So that's what the ambassador says. We seem to have him back on at least a phone line. Ambassador, thank you so much for hanging on there. I'll try again with my question. If there is to be a peace going forward, how do you do so? Because the last negotiator you had, the top one, was assassinated by the Israelis. We know the Americans tore up the last agreement from 2015. What does a negotiated or a diplomatic solution look like now?
We have several times declared we are not seeking war. We want to negotiate, and we didn't withdraw from the negotiation table. That was the Israel that interfered and manipulated our negotiation with United States. I don't know the United States was aware about that or not, but we have proved our goodwill by entering negotiation with United States, and we have held 5 rounds of negotiation. And we were expecting to have another round, a 6th round, but it has stopped because the illegal aggression of Zionist regime against our territory. Now we are ready to continue negotiation, but with one precondition, that it is that they should recognize our right to use peaceful nuclear energy, as well as uranium enrichment inside Iran.
But both the U.S. President and Prime Minister Netanyahu have said they are on a position where Iran must have no enrichment.
It is their position from more than 20 years, but they cannot fulfill and they cannot achieve this goal. They try all the ways. The last way was the war. they try it, but they have no results, and there was no any achievement for them.
Ambassador,
They should recognize. Let me. They should recognize the right of the people of Iran to have its right based on international regulations and law, based on NPT. There is no way to escape from that.
Ambassador, internally, your government has not been without opposition from people in Iran. There are those who predict that now, with this outcome, that will only grow.
It's like the other countries. There is opposition inside and outside Iran. But, the Iranians, when they feel that their country is under attack of foreign states, they become unite and defend themselves, defend their country. In this case, also, they proved this reality, and they united and defended their country. Yes, there is some that want to somehow topple the government and take the power, but most people defend their country.
Could Iran have avoided this? We heard from the International Atomic Energy Agency Chief Director Rafael Grossi, who said, whilst it was no justification for an attack on Iran, the fact is your officials were opaque with investigators. Could Iran have avoided this?
No, Iran always completely work and cooperate with inspectors and respect its commitments. Before U.S. attack, the cameras of IAEA recording all the activities in our sites, and we welcomed the inspections, verifications, which provided by IAEA in Iran. And now we didn't have any decision to continue the cooperation with the IAEA and with Director General because we think they betrayed the non-proliferation treaty by using double standards. Iran has no nuclear weapons. It's targeted by two countries that have nuclear weapons. We have several times declared our activities are based on international regulation, based on NPT and safeguards.
Ambassador, my final question to you. There is a view that says countries that do have nuclear weapons don't get attacked. Countries that don't do. What's your view?
Repeat it again. I didn't hear you.
I said there is a view now that suggests that countries that have nuclear weapons don't get attacked, but countries that do not do.
Based on the fatwa of our leader, it is forbidden for us to provide and make a nuclear bomb.
Even now?
Even now. We didn't change our approach and our strategy. We think we can defend ourselves with conventional weapons that we have. It doesn't need to reach nuclear weapons to defend ourselves, because we think nuclear weapons is not defend the country. If it is and it was, the Soviet Union continue with lots of warheads.
All right, we'll leave it there. Appreciate your time. His Excellency Ambassador Mansour Shakib Mehr, the Iranian ambassador to South Africa.
Current events, developing stories,
tough questions.
Your voice making a difference.
This is Breakfast with Bongani Bingwa.